Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We know together Indonesia is an agrarian country supported by the climate condition and topography that is suitable for cultivating crops. Therefore, the profession is a farmer is a job that widely pursued by most of its people. However, these conditions are now slowly starting to change with every year. There is decrease in the number of farmers and narrowing of agricultural land. Data from the Department of Labor and Transmigration state that in the span between 2008 until 2012, there was a decrease in the number of workers in agriculture from 40% to 35%, or from 42.28 million people to 39.96 million people, which indicates that more and more people are switching from the agricultural sector. This is because agriculture is considered sector that is less promising large income and less prestigious than other sectors. Data obtained shows that 95% of respondents are not interested in working in their field during vocational school. Data from Henry 2013. Other research from Yosafat Jalatana, Imade Tambah, and Imade Sukerta said that the Philips youth with college graduates chose not to work in agriculture and lead more to formal jobs such as civil servant. Seeing the number of farmers in Indonesia and the abundance of agricultural resources, making agribusiness, which is one of the parts of agriculture, into a major that widely encountered in various universities in Indonesia, including the University of Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, or UMY. The profile of graduates include academic and researchers, entrepreneurs, teachers, agricultural extensionists, farm workers, and others. However, what is happening today is that many agribusiness graduates who do not work in accordance with their field, and many work in other sectors that have nothing to do with agricultural, such as banking, manufacturing, industrial, and others. So that agriculture is increasingly left behind due to the lack of quality of human resources. Based on this background, I, Gandhi Singgih Wicaksono from English 5 Agri 2 class, was moved to conduct a study entitled UMY Agribusiness Studies Perception of the Job to be Taken After Graduation and its Prevalence to Establish Graduate Prospect. Here is a review of the research library consisting of two parts, namely theoretical framework and empirical review. Theoretical framework is a reference obtained from the book consisting of three parts, namely the basis and various definitions of agribusiness, the prospect of agribusiness graduate, and the scope of agribusiness. According to David Downey and Stephen Erickson, agribusiness is an activity related to the handling of agricultural commodities in a broad sense that includes one of a series of production chains, agro-industry, marketing, and business-oriented agricultural support institution. Graduate prospects are a term used in the world of education to describe the potential job that can be pursued by graduate or an educational institution after graduation, which certainly relates to the major taken during school, during school. And then the scope of the discipline of the Department of Agribusiness is very broad because this department is a cross between the realm of science and social. Therefore, the subject provided are also diverse, such as agribusiness system, microeconomics, agribusiness marketing, agribusiness communication, community development, agricultural processing, business management, entrepreneurship, agricultural tools and machinery, seed production method, agricultural chemicals, agricultural tourism, and others. Then there is an empirical review consisting of various similar studies that have been done before. Indonesian Career Center Network in 2017 stated that many as 87% of students in Indonesia state that the current majors were not in accordance with their interests and talents, and 71.7% of workers were not in accordance with their education. Next is the research method. This research used a quantitative approach with the method of purposing sampling data retrieval. Participants consist of 15 people who were active students of UMY agribusiness. Research instruments are questionnaires with Google Form and Microsoft Excel. The research site on the UMY campus and conducted online, and overall the study took 2 months from November to December. Next is the result of the study. The data presented in the table show the answers given by the respondent. 5 statements to answer the first research question, namely, how much interest are UMY current agribusiness active students to work in agriculture? Based on the questionnaires that have been decimated, the data that UMY agribusiness student interest in working in agriculture with a score of 69.07% who fall into the strong category. After that, the table contains respondent answer to statement given in a questionnaire to answer is the question number 2, namely, what are the factors that support and inhibit UMY current active student from working in agriculture? The data that the factor that the most influence students' interest in working in agriculture is because there are still many business opportunities. This factor gets a score of 3.4 from a scale of 5 that falls into the strong category. Next is UMY agribusiness student perspective on the job to be taken after graduation and its reference to the prospect of graduates that have been set with obtained data that 61.87% of students will work in agriculture after graduation. Although not included in the strong numbers, it can be assumed that respondents have an interest in continuing to work in agriculture. The statement, agriculture broadly needs the young generation, as successor become the statement with highest score as of 3.66 from the scale of 5. And next is the discussion. There is a key finding that agribusiness students are still interested and will work in agriculture at 64.8%. Then there are similarities with previous research, namely factors that affect. One of them is a wide open business opportunity. However, there is also difference with previous research, namely Yasmin research in 2016 state that students are interested in working in other sectors, while my research is not so. With this research, it can be complement and refinement of previous research of which is Fusan et al. In 2012, research in the journal Economy. And the last one is the conclusion. Based on the data obtained in the study, it was concluded that number 1 is a summary. UMY agribusiness students are interested in working in agriculture as evidenced by a percentage of 64.8%, and they then to work as an entrepreneur. Number 2 is implementation. The implementation of the result of this research is to be an input and evaluation material for the UMW campus. And number 3 is recommendation. Desired for better research. Further research can use a mixed research approach, such as qualitative and quantitative research, so that the data obtained is more specific and valid. All I can say is apologize for the shortcoming. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.